It is February 10th, 2026. And usually when we sit down and talk about, PC disasters, we're talking about the loud stuff.
Oh, yeah. The things you can hear and see.
Exactly. The hard drive starts making that awful clicking noise.
Yeah.
Or the fans spin up so loud it sounds like your computer's trying to achieve liftoff.
Right. The tangible failures, the things that assault your senses. You can hear it. You can see the smoke if it goes really wrong.
Yes. But today, for this deep dive, we're looking at something totally different, something completely silent, invisible even. We're talking about a digital deadline that's looming just a few months away in June 2026.
And it's a fascinating situation because it's not about broken hardware. I mean, the hardware is fine, the software code is fine, but the trust between them, that's what's about to expire.
Trust. That is the key word. We're unpacking a report here, mainly from Laura Pippig over at PC-WELT and PCWorld. The title is Essential Secure Boot Certificate Updates for Windows 11. And really, the headline is this. The ID cards inside a huge number of Windows 11 PCs, maybe the one you're listening on right now, are about to expire.
And if they expire, the consequences aren't just, an annoying pop-up. We're talking about the system losing the ability to trust its own updates.
So our mission for this deep dive is to figure out if your PC is a ticking clock. We're going to explain what the secure boot thing actually is, and then most importantly, walk you through the steps to make sure you don't get locked out.
It sounds dramatic, I know, locked out. But really, it's a critical piece of digital plumbing. You don't see it, but you really, really need it to work.
I like that, digital plumbing. So let's start there. The core idea here is secure boot. I see it in my BIOS settings, but honestly, I usually just ignore it. What is it actually doing?
Think of secure boot as a bouncer at a really exclusive club.
Okay.
When you hit the power button, a lot happens before you see that Windows logo. The hardware wakes up, and it hands off control to the firmware, the UEFI.
The UEFI, that's the modern version of the BIOS, right?
Correct. And before that UEFI lets Windows take over, it has to ask one question. Is this software legit? Is it who it says it is?
So as a checkpoint.
It is a security checkpoint, exactly. The bouncer has a clipboard, and on it is a list of trusted cryptographic keys. Every piece of software trying to boot presents an ID.
A digital signature.
Right. And if that signature matches a key on the bouncer's list, the velvet rope opens, Windows starts.
And if the ID is fake, if it doesn't match.
The bouncer throws it out, the boot process just stops dead. And this is critical for stopping things like bootkits or mootkits.
Those sound bad.
They're the worst. I mean, they're malware that tries to load before your operating system. If they load first, your antivirus can't even see them. Secure boot is the only thing standing in the way.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. We like the bouncer. The bouncer's our friend. So what's the crisis? Why is June 2026 a problem?
Well, the bouncer's fine. The problem is the guest list he's holding. It was printed in 2011.
In 2011. Wait, hold on. That's in tech years. That's ancient. I think I had an iPhone 4 then.
It's an eternity. The root certificate authority, the master key that validates all the others, was established over a decade ago. And in cryptography, you never want a key to last forever. So they were issued with an expiration date.
And that clock is about to run out in June.
For a huge number of machines, yes.
But why do they expire at all? Why not just make a key that lasts for, 100 years?
It's a security best practice. It's called key rotation. If you have one key for 100 years and a hacker cracks it in year 5, they own you for the next 95 years.
Ah, I see.
By forcing them to expire, you force the industry to update its standards. It prevents old, maybe weaker keys from being the weak link forever.
It's like being forced to change your password, but for the entire planet's computers.
Precisely. And Microsoft warned about this back in November, but it felt, far away. And now it's February, the clock is really ticking, and we know they're rolling out the new 2023 standard, but it's not an automatic fix for everyone.
Okay, let's talk stakes. I'm busy. I don't like messing with my computer settings. If I just ignore this and June rolls around, does my computer just stop working?
It won't turn into a brick, no. But Microsoft's warning is pretty clear. They said devices run the risk of not receiving security updates or trusting new bootloaders.
Not trusting new bootloaders. Let's unpack that. That sounds like jargon for you're going to have a bad day.
It is. Imagine a huge ransomware attack happens next July. Microsoft rushes out a critical security patch. That patch will be signed with the new 2023 keys.
Right.
But if your computer is still using the old 2011 guest list, it'll look at that update and say, nope, don't know you. You're not on my list. And it will block it.
Wow. So you end up in this weird zombie state. Your computer works, But it refuses to get its security updates.
Exactly. You become more vulnerable every single day. And eventually, a major OS update might just refuse to boot entirely. It effectively freezes your PC in time.
Okay, that is way more serious than I thought. So the big question, who is affected? Is it every Windows PC?
Not everyone. If you bought a brand new PC last week, manufactured in late 2024 or 2025, you're probably safe. It already has the new 2023 keys baked in.
The manufacturers got the memo.
They did. But if your machine is from 2021, 2022, even early 2024, you are in the danger zone, and that is a massive number of PCs.
And this only matters if Secure Boot is actually on, right?
Correct. If you've turned it off, maybe to install Linux or something, then the bouncer's on a smoke break. He's not checking IDs, so the expiration doesn't matter.
But we're not recommending that as a solution, are we? Just turn off your security.
Definitely not. That's like leaving your front door unlocked because the lock is rusty. We want Secure Boot on, we just need to give it the new guest list.
Okay, so now for the interactive part. If you're near your computer, we want you to actually check this with us.
Always verify. Never assume.
So step 1. Let's just see if Secure Boot is even on. How do we do that without rebooting the machine?
You can do it right from your desktop. You need to open System Information. The easiest way is to press the Windows key in R.
The run box. Got it. Windows plus R.
Then type msinfo32. That's MSINFO32.
msinfo32.
Hit Enter, and you'll see a big summary page. Just look for the line that says Secure Boot Status.
Okay, and we are looking for on.
If it says on, then you're part of the group that needs to pay attention and move to step 2. If it's off, well, you're safe from this specific problem, but maybe think about turning it on.
All right, step 2. This is where we have to get our hands a little dirty. We have to check the actual certificate date.
Yeah.
And for that, we need PowerShell.
Yes, the command line. I know it looks intimidating, like you're hacking into the Matrix or something.
I always feel like I'm in a spy movie.
But it's the most direct way to ask the hardware what's going on.
So how do we do it?
First, you have to open Windows PowerShell as an administrator. This is critical. So find it in your Start menu, right-click, and choose Run as Administrator.
Security first. Makes sense. Okay, now I'm looking at the command here, and it is a lot.
It is a bit verbose, yeah.
I'm going to read it out, but don't try to type this from memory. It is system.text.encoding.ascii.rintstring get secure boot UEFI-DB.bytes. Yeah, that's a mouthful. So what is that actually doing?
It's basically telling the computer, hey, go into the secure boot database, that's the DB, grab the keys, and translate them into something a human can read.
And when I hit enter, what am I looking for in all that text?
You're scanning for a year. You want to see the number 2023. It might say something like Microsoft UFA Certificate Authority 2023.strs.
So if I see 2023, I'm good.
If you see 2023, you are future-proofed. You can close the window and you're done.
And if I see 2011, or I just don't see 2023 anywhere?
That's the failure state. That means your system is running on the old expiring certificates. The ticking clock applies to you.
The article mentioned a shortcut, right? A way to get a simple true or false.
Yes. You can add a little filter to the end of that long command. Just add match Windows UEFI CA 2023.
Okay.
And PowerShell will just spit out true or false. True, you're safe. False, you have work to do.
Is there a way to do this without PowerShell? Like in the registry?
You can, though the registry can be just as scary. But if you must, you're digging into HKey Local Machine System Current Secure Boot Servicing.
Secure Boot Servicing, got it.
And in there, you look for a key named Windows UEFICA 2023 Capable. The value should not be 0. If it's 1, you're good. If it's 0, you don't have the update.
Okay, so let's say I did the check. I got a false in PowerShell. I am running on 2011 fumes. What do I do? How do I fix this?
So the good news is Microsoft is trying to make this pretty painless. The fix is coming through the normal Windows quality updates.
Just standard Windows update. That sounds almost too easy.
Essentially, yes, for systems on version 24H2 and 25H2. But, and this is the key part, they are rolling this out very, very carefully.
Why so cautious?
Because if they get this wrong, they could lock millions of people out of their own computers. If they push a certificate your hardware doesn't like, the handshake fails, and on the next reboot, your computer just stops.
The bouncer blocks you from your own club?
Exactly. So they're doing a phased rollout. They push it to a small group, wait for positive signals, and then widen the circle.
So how do I make sure I get into that circle? I don't want to wait until the last minute.
First, just check for updates manually. Don't hit remind me later. But the real trick the article highlights is a specific setting. You should enable optional diagnostic data.
Ah, the telemetry stuff. I know a lot of people turn that off for privacy reasons.
And that's a totally valid choice, usually. But in this one specific case, that diagnostic data is the signal. It sends a heartbeat back to Microsoft that says, hey, I tried the certificate update on this machine and it worked.
So by turning it on, you're basically volunteering to confirm the fix works, which helps them give it to you faster.
Correct. It tells their update server that your machine is a safe candidate. It essentially prioritizes you in the line.
That's a really good tip. So the advice is turn on diagnostic data, at least for now, to speed up the process.
Yes. And once you've run the PowerShell check 7 and you see that 2023 certificate, you can turn the diagnostics right back off, but you need to open that line of communication to get the patch.
That's a crucial takeaway. Don't just wait.
Yeah.
You have to participate in the fix.
Exactly. And once it's done, you're on the new 2023 Trust Anchor. You've renewed your security for another decade or so.
Okay, let's just quickly recap the workflow. June is the deadline.
Right. Step 1, check if Secure Boot is on with msinfo 32.
Step 2, verify your certificate in PowerShell. Look for the number 2023.
Step 3, if you don't see it, update Windows and, crucially, turn on that diagnostic data to get the fix faster.
Check, verify, signal, update, and do it now. Don't wait for an error message.
Preventative maintenance is always cheaper than emergency repair.
You know, as we wrap this up, this whole thing, it really makes you think. We take it for granted that our computers just work, that they know what software is safe.
We really do. We think of them as things we own completely.
But this situation shows that ownership is kind of an illusion in the digital age. It feels like we aren't just owners, we're tenants.
That's a great way to put it. We're renting trust.
I mean, think about it. The hardware is perfect, the code is perfect, but if this invisible digital certificate from a corporation expires, the machine stops trusting its own software.
The trust is broken, and so the machine is broken even though nothing physically failed. It really raises this question about all the devices we rely on. We might own the physical box, but we don't own the keys.
And it makes you wonder, how many other invisible expiration dates are ticking away inside your car or your smart fridge or your phone?
Probably more than we'd like to think about.
Something to chew on next time you see that update available notification. It might be about more than just a few new features.
It might be about keeping the lights on.
That's it for this deep dive. Go run those checks, and we'll catch you on the next one.